League and NA Division C game, playoff game. It's a best of 2, and we are getting started right now. Now, this is actually an important game. I believe Missing Skywalker Hands and Tilted Game are both tied at the top of their division with 2 wins and 1 tie each in the division. These are all best of 2s, and the playoffs are coming up soon. And I believe it's a 16-team bracket, and there's I think 6 or 8 divisions, something like that, or maybe like 9 divisions. So it's really important to win your division, because then you'll be in. And then secondly, the top 4 teams get buys. So these 2 teams both looking at potentially getting a bye through the first round of Echo League playoffs. So it's a pretty big match, because I don't know exactly how the tiebreakers work, but I'd be shocked if you have 2 teams, if winning the top of the division is going to be required to get one of those 4 buys for sure. Just the nature of the groups. So let's get started here. Looks like we're having an Ember and a Ricky ban. Those are 2 kind of unusual bans. I don't know if they're targeted. We're 3 matches into the season, so both teams have some level of support, or at least some research they can do on other teams. So there's always potential for that. But interesting bans. PA Clockwork I can get at least. So we'll see what the draft is and why they're worried about them. And a shout out to my usual co-caster Flub. We will get you approved for Echo League so you can be in here some of the times when I pick up games, because it's kind of weird not having my butt up here, and it's really weird not having a second person to talk. Solo casting is an interesting thing, and it's not something I prefer to do.
Oh man, we're great. You know what?
Sand King pick up first. This is the rage in all the NA Pro matches, so I'm not surprised by this. You shouldn't either. He's a really strong 4 right now who can be shifted into the off lane. I unfortunately suck at the hero. That's what I've discovered. I play him when he's a good pick, makes a ton of sense, and then I just do not do enough on him and die too much. So that is just the nature there. And there is the other top tier hero of NA Pro Dota, at least, Night Stalker, who's just so strong right now. He's kind of like the new Ogre. People use him as a lane bully, just kind of to enhance your whole team. But instead of Bloodlust, he provides vision. And restricts enemy vision, so it's kind of a different trade-off. Bloodlust is just straight up giving all your cores attack speed, move speed, which is really good, while providing lane bullying. He also provides additional utility over the Ogre, in that he does have a silence, and he's got a little more gank potential, but he's not nearly as strong just straight up bullying people out of lanes, because he's weak until nighttime, where he gets some levels and items. Lich pickup's a little surprising. Maybe they're going to core this Night Stalker, run him in an aggro duo. He's not a very strong offlaner, you got to help him. But Lich instantly makes any offlaner pretty strong.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine. Well, what do you know? It's reserve time.
So we'll see. Sand King, I think maybe a CM would be a strong pickup. There's a lot of things going on. Pick up the Lina, okay. I think Lina's a pretty strong hero right now. I'm not the hugest fan of her overall. But, if you've got a good Lina player, I think she's quite strong. I don't like an early pick of Lina, honestly. That's the thing. She is kind of squishy, and you can pick lanes to pressure her. I do like Night Stalker against her. If you can silence her out, force her to Yules, or just pressure her, you can do some good things. Plus, it lets you pick mid matchup. There's not many matchups where Lina doesn't excel, but you can still plan a little bit more around it. Whereas like the last pick Lina, I think is just a lot stronger because you just set yourself up for more success in general. They ban out Invoker. I think Lina's pretty darn good against Invoker, but in a broader sense, Invoker is just a problem to deal with if he gets to the late game. So he's one of my go-to solo Q bans. So I can respect that. Jug's banned out, which makes me wonder if maybe they want a Kunkka or some other hero.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Lich does fine against Jug. Night Stalker is pretty good against him too, because until he gets Manta, you can silence him.
Dire team ban.
AM is another ban. Interesting. It's kind of 2 strange bans. I'm not sure why. I think Night Stalker's quite good against AM as well. So if I'm confident enough to first 2 Night Stalker, I wouldn't really be worried about an AM. But, you know, everyone else has their own priorities and that. So. Alright, and so the last band was a sniper. I hear that I think Lena's really good against, especially since you can go Shadow Blade, but it's still annoying in lane. And they pick up a Viper. I actually don't like playing Viper into a Lena. It's tricky, but a Lena can actually out-harass a Viper, especially if she's aggressive in the first 2 levels where you can really take advantage of the Viper. You have a nuke that you can spam and harass him with. In level 1, he doesn't have his corrosive skin, and if he does skill it, you've already achieved a victory of sorts because it's a suboptimal build. And beyond that is just you can outrange him with your right clicks, and because of Lena's extreme range, she doesn't actually suffer from, you can manipulate, you can harass without usually getting drawing creep aggro if you are experienced with her, and then from there you kind of just punch him out because Viper is actually kind of squishy. He has to build up his tank and then build up levels of his passive. They pick up the Ogre.
Team, you gotta pick 'em right.
Interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Ogre right now in the current meta. I think she's fine, but you can see a lot of the edgy carries that I think are really good with Ogre. Jug, Sniper's really good with Ogre. PA, like a lot of these heroes have actually already been banned out, so it's kind of a dicier pick, I think, but it's not bad.
It'll be fine.
I'm curious to how they're going to take this. He is good against it, preventing Night Stalker ganks, because Night Stalker runs in, and Ogre just kind of is an ogre and deals with him like no problem. Just kind of can punch him out of lane. But Lena, kind of, I don't know. She already has so much attack speed. I feel like Bloodlust, she's not the best target. With Viper, Lich, like you're going all in on winning your lanes though. So that's kind of a scary thing in a draft with Lena Sand King and an Ogre, so they're going to pick another scaling carry. I'm curious to see if they're going to go full-on out push, maybe pick up like a Lycan, some other hero that really pushes quite hard and you can just kind of run at them, or if they're going to go for a more balanced lineup on the side of Tilted Gaming. That's good. Okay, Nyx is a good hero. I definitely prefer it in the off-lane role in this lineup. But he's quite good against Sand King and Lena because she uses her AoE spells to farm, so you can set up Spike Carapace stuns and get off your Spike characters for sure, get your Vendetta hit, and then also guarantee you get off your Impale.
Yeah, 5 seconds left.
Also gives them another playmaker, which is good. Like Lich and Viper don't make plays. Night Stalker can make plays, but he's a little more limited until he gets a lot of levels till nighttime. But Nyx can always make plays, especially once he gets Blink Dagger up. He's just a very dynamic hero. So, I'm a fan of this pick. And also is quite good against Lena and Sand King, like I said. And just the mana burn is very annoying for Lena to deal with. It's a lot of damage consistently once he has the levels. So, Weaver. They pick up Weaver.
Woo, Radiant team ban.
Okay. I mean, they have a good silence in Night Stalker. They have good catch and or at least surprise in Nyx. Like, I'm not seeing this as a Weaver game. Not only that, he's not a great Bloodlust core just because he already has max move speed. Plus attack speed is of because of the way Gemini attack worked. Attack speed isn't this huge deal on him. It's still really important and very useful, but Gemini his damage surge is already Gemini attack. They banned with the Bristle.
Dire team
That's
ban.
actually a good ban, man. I can't even believe Bristle got through. I mean, these bans are kind of unconventional. But Bristle's so strong right now. And he would definitely fit the mold of a snowballing carry who could just push. You know, because like Weaver, he can't really catch a Weaver, but he doesn't need to in this sort of lineup. You just walk at towers, and then what is the Weaver going to do? Like, the squishiest hero they have on their side is like a Lich, and he's not that squishy with ice armor.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a
So
hero.
for the last core, I think I'd like an offlaner,
It'll be fine.
preferably an offlaner with some wave clear. You could do like an Underlord. You could do.
Hey Morty, guess what time it is? I don't know, Rick. What is it?
Do you want the Sand King on the offlane because support with some wave clear, like a Rubik?
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Shadow Shaman, okay. That's another support with some wave clear. It does reveal that the Sand King is almost certainly going to be offlane unless they're doing something really funky, like position 1 Sand King, or like an aggro lane with the Weaver. I think he's just going to be food, though, for that Nyx and Night Stalker.
Oh, man,
so
Rick,
it's going to be a tough Shadow Shaman game, but it does have the advantage of getting good wave clear and also giving them some tower push. But, you know, Weaver and Lina already hit buildings pretty well.
Reserve time!
Weaver's so evasive that it's kind of easy to hit buildings with him and kind of retreat out. So, not a huge fan of the Shadow Shaman pick. Like, it gives them a wave clear, though. I just don't think the rest of his kit is what you need. Like, when you have a Lich, Nyx, Viper, Night Stalker, you don't want slow heroes with little armor. One of and they're better of their two disables, or at least the one you're going to be leveling up first, actually disables you and holds you in place. So, yeah, I just don't think it really fits that well. So we'll see what Tilted game. Okay, there we go. He picks up the Chaos Knight. It's a pretty good Chaos Knight game, but not a great one. Sand King, Lina both deal well with Chaos Knight. They have AoE stuns that can help clear out the illusions. But the good news is that if the Chaos Knight gets fat enough, so they've got this early game pressure lineup. If the CK gets fat enough, they really aren't going to have a way to deal with him. And all of that provides another stun for Weaver, so it's very difficult. Going to be difficult for Weaver. Once he gets a Linken's, you know, you can stop one spell, but there's many things to pop its Linken's once he gets that. And if he ever does get Reality Rifted in, Weaver just dies. Just the minus armor and all the crits from those illusions are just too much for him.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
So yeah, I think I favor Tilted Gaming in the draft. If they can execute win their lanes, they drafted to win their lanes, so they need to win their lanes. I think probably the key lane is that Lina mid, can she handle the Viper? Which, honestly, I think she should. And then can the Sand King pressure that Chaos Knight? You don't want the Chaos Knight getting free form, getting his early Midas, early Armlet, whichever item he prefers, to run on the hero, and then kind of start the snowball from there. So, beyond that, I need to get my caster setting set up.
I know, Morty. Just follow my lead.
There we go. And we've got early level 1 smoke. Night Stalker's going out to place some wards down. He's gone for a stout shield, so I usually prefer the Orb of Venom myself, but I actually don't play Night Stalker, so it's kind of just a judgment call. So he's going to get early ward down from mid. So that'll give them good information. The Dire side, missing Skywalker hands, is not elected to teleport out nor smoke, so they're not going to get the wards out as fast. Apologies for that. I'm going to turn down my phone notifications. And the OT, if you're watching, thanks for the follow, for sure. They just popped a smoke here. They're going to run up here. Oh, Shadow Shaman's coming right into this Nyx. He gets off a nice double stun that should give him the distance he needs. Can they get off an Ignite? They cannot, but with an Ogre Shadow Shaman, it's actually quite scary. Oh, he does get the Ignite off, but it's onto a Viper, so... and I think they're just going to have to give this rune up. Yeah, there's 4 heroes up here. They definitely could pressure this Lina, but I think the Night Stalker's going to be there a little too slow to do so, so they're going to get themselves an extra bounty rune. Good little invade there, get a little advantage. The one downside is that, so this Viper's not going to have his salve to a little bit of harass, and they get a little bit extra. They didn't get any. Well, they did get an aggressive ward down as well. So, all in all, good invade. Meanwhile, they deward. Looks like they already dewarded here. But Sand King is going to miss a lot of this XP, so him being up there was costly. But I guess they really wanted that first blood, and if he was there, he guarantees it. Already, the Viper doing a good job. Lina doing a good job getting that last hit. And see, this is what I mean with Viper. He's got this Nether Toxin, which lets him last hit well. But yeah, he just eats, doesn't have corrosive skin yet, just eats some harass. And Lina just outranges him by quite a bit, so. But, once he gets to like level 3 or 4, then he starts to threaten her more. But it's all about can he, control the lane, get the denies, get an XP advantage, and start to really harass her. And good rotations, honestly, too. She's so squishy. +1 hero there. She does get the last hit there. The other downside to Viper in these sort of matches, if you don't get those kills early, you're looking at Lina can just spam the wave out and push you under tower, and you just have to sit there and last hit, and you can't do much. So he goes for the corrosive skin, kind of a defensive choice here, but I really prefer the poison attack, really to harass her. But I understand it. You're getting spammed by Dragon Slave and you don't have your salve. It's kind of tough. So, meanwhile, up top, talk about the other lanes. We've got our Sand King plus the Lich. He's gone the very aggressive Ice Armor to contest the lane. Nice. They only got us a single pull here, and they're actually running the Nyx up here at the off lane. Is the offlaner, and then this Night Stalker is just trying to get pulls he can. This Sand King should have a fairly free lane, but he really isn't. He's only got 0 last hits. Looks like he's kind of gotten himself zoned. He doesn't have a stout shield, which means he really can't stand up to a CK harass. Can't really trade with that, nor even the Night Stalker, so pretty big disadvantage. But as you can see, Lina and Viper are kind of trading farm, but she's keeping him pretty low, which is pretty good. I think he needs to, now that he's got the boots, he hopefully gets a point in poison attack and can start harassing her. As it is, it's difficult. She's going to have this bottle advantage, and this is one of those matchups you just got to ship yourself out more tangos. Meanwhile, up top though, Nyx is getting okay farm, but not great. He's getting plenty of XP though, because of the nature of Lich, he pulls the creeps back. And the Ice Armor means he's basically impossible to kill, because the Stout Shield, Double Mango, Ice Armor, Nyx is just so tanky. There's not much to do. Lina's going to get a haste rune. Night Stalker's not there in time to do much. He's only level 2. Meanwhile, the Sand King still only has 1 last hit, despite being pretty much solo versus the CK. I mean, yeah, the Night Stalker's been popping in and out, but he really doesn't seem to do much. Oh, and there's the stun out on him with the Void Slow. He should be able to kill him. Yep, the Reality Earth to pull him back. Oh no, he gets fogged, he gets juked. He has boots and the Sand King doesn't. That shouldn't happen, but just nice jukes around the trees by the... Oh, he's going to have to run back. No salve for him, but he should be able to tango up, and it looks like this Slave's going to push nicely, so he's going to give himself some free XP. Well done by the Sand King. They do have a nice stun onto the Lich, but it doesn't matter. There's not much follow-up. Ogre went with the stun instead of Bloodlust, and doesn't have boots yet. And the Lich is doing work and pulling back the lane. And since they're committing a hard tri lane, this Weaver's levels are actually quite poor. Meanwhile, mid, Nina's, again, just keeping this Viper basically under his whole tower this whole time. And he's going this super defensive build, no poison attack, so he can't orb walk. And if you're playing defensive as a Viper, like, you picked the hero into the wrong situation. And they knew this mid lane matchup. So... overall, a nice static laning phase, and I think that really favors Skywalker's missing hand. Just their comp comes on, is less about winning the lanes than Tilted Gaming's is. And right there, does get the deny off. That's nice, and he's last hitting quite well under tower. The Nether Toxin is allowing him to do that. As I say that, he misses too, but he is still doing quite well under tower. But yeah, he's going full in, doesn't get the poison attack, and looks like Night Stalker wants to make his first night gank. He's got his boots up, he's got the voids. Only level 2 though. Oh, but they get the Viper Strike on the Lina, and this is the big, what I said. And she is just going to melt. And that's where Viper is quite good with. He can definitely is a good partner to come in and gank, and nice, successful first blood gank by the Night Stalker. That gets him level 3, which is very helpful. And meanwhile, you know, this Sand King, CK is doing just fine against this Sand King, which is just crazy to me. CK is just one of those heroes you can definitely pressure with a Caustic Finale spam, and just being tanky, but see even right there, you know, it just takes quite a bit of damage from that. Ooh, we actually went up to the Sandstorm. Not something you want to have to do, but scared of the Night Stalker, as he should be. I guess he's just going to live here now. Oh, Viper's going to get the... Oh, no poison attack still. Will he get a point now? The move slow is really important. If this Lina is so aggressive right now, like, you could just Viper Strike her and kill her with poison attack, I feel like. I mean, you got a level advantage on her. You should use it. And he just maxes out Nether Toxin. Not an aggressive, more of a almost farming build, which is not something you see out of Viper. At least he's going aggressive items. He's getting that phase boots, which is super important. But the courier's in use, so he doesn't have boots yet. And Night Stalker's going up for round 2. If they land the Viper Strike again, she should be dead. Oh, here she comes. Yep, Viper Strike. Night Stalker runs in. There's the Void. Yeah, you can get off that all you want. With the Illusion Rune, that doesn't matter, and you go down. Meanwhile, up top, at the same time, looks like Shadow Shaman was getting a little cheeky, trying to contest a pull, or just pulling, or just down there, and just goes down to the Nyx. I'm not sure what was going on there, but Ogre was TPing mid, or was roaming to get some wards down. And Shadow Shaman, like I said, is just a slow hero. Looks like he just got... Oh man, they're maxing Ice Armor? What? Okay. This game is officially pretty darn weird. I get a value point of Ice Armor is so good. 2 points Ice Armor? What is happening with my life? Oh, but they've caught the Ogre out, but they don't have Frost Blast to slow him down. Will they kill him? He's tanky boy. Yeah, they're gonna get him. Night Stalker runs him down. Now they can harass out this Weaver. No points in the silence though, and he misses the Impale Spike Carapace stun. So Weaver's just fine. And meanwhile down bot, they're ganking the CK. Oh, very easy. Nice restrain not to stack the stuns, and they're just going to blow him up, and don't even expend Laguna Blade. Only downside is the Lina did eat some creep harass, but nice kill there. Viper is doing the correct thing here, in that since he didn't have a TP and couldn't rotate, he's pressuring this mid tower, which is what you want. Let's see, what does he got coming in the courier? He's got his phase boots and his working on towards his Dragonlance. I think against Lina you really want to stick. Stick in a range up probably, but that's me. But you know, if you look at the last hits, the Lich's effect is really hampering this Weaver. CK's got 13 more last hits. They were able to pressure with the benefit of pulling it back, and he just has less creeps to hit. So overall, a steady lead, 4 kills to 1, but the farm isn't that much better. And I think they really need to, once they get like the Dragonlance, once they get the Armlet or the Midas up, maybe they'll... Yeah, he's going straight Armlet. So once they have these key items... Oh, they swap the Shadow Shaman out. I don't know if they can make anything happen with this, though. Nope. Viper does have now a poison attack, thank goodness. Actually opting to get 2 points in. He didn't value it in the early lane stage. I'm surprised he doesn't continue to value it. Nyx is still sitting here. He's finally hit his level 6 though, so he can start roaming around and make plays while Lich stacks some XP, or he can continue to just farm it up. Nyx did go for an aggressive run build, so it really look like what they're doing itemization wise, they are itemizing for the early game, because that's how they drafted for the most part. Oh, and no detection, so Sand King's able to easily just disjoint that. Mistaken misclick on the Void. He buys up a sentry, but Lina's deciding to TP top. They want to punish this Nyx, who uses Vendetta to try to get a kill, but I don't think he's successful. The Bug's going to provide vision. The Nyx is going to be too slow, and Lina cleans him up with the Dragon Slave. Nice rotation by the Lina, who's going back for the, looks for the Bloodstone, mana boost into Bloodstone build. Viper is just hanging away at the tower, using the Aquila's armor, using his strikes. Still, no wand, and means that he's squishier than he needs to. No raindrop means he can't really feel like he can challenge the Lina. And if he had those 2 items, I think you can. Because even with Laguna Blade up, if you Viper Striker, with your passive and the raindrop, you can actually just still kill her pretty easily unless she gets back up. They do have a nice aggressive ward here behind the tower, but I don't think they're going to be in position to use it. Sand King's starting to actually provide some pressure. He's got level 1 Caustic still, though, so it's not the biggest. Shadow Shaman TP's down with Lina coming over. They have vision of this the whole way, though. They had an Observer ward, and Lina instead is going to just take a stack. And really, that's it. Chaos Knight's going to retreat because he doesn't feel like dying. And the Night Stalker's going to sit here and soak XP. He does have a TP. Oh, we do have a rotation over here. Nyx is looking for a kill. Looks like he's going for the courier, but the team fight's happening here. I think he's needed there. And the Viper is being pinged out by the CK. I think he wants him to come bot. He does have a TP up, so he could easily rotate if he wants, but his HP are a little low. He finds the Shadow Shaman, but still, no one wants to go in. I guess they're just going to trade towers here. The CK wanted to go in, wanted to defend, and the Nyx was positioned to defend, but it looks like they've elected not to. And Vendetta's now expired. This Night Stalker and this Nyx are in a tricky situation right now. Lina has left though, so should be able to deny out this tower. Actually, no, they stun. Yeah, she's gonna deny it. She picks up the cast range talent, and looks like a bottom. The Night Stalker came in and they ran down the Shadow Shaman while I was distracted with mid. Tries to get off the... oh, he gets the Impale off because Sand King just ran in a very straight line. But he's going to be able to get away. It's not nighttime. Night Stalker's not turbo fast. But Night Stalker will hit his 6-tune, and this CK has his armlet if he wants to purchase it. But no, he's going for the Midas. The Helm of Iron Will was just for some casual regen. It's respectable, and he'll go back for the armlet. So it's already a pretty late Midas timing, so it's not great. And Viper is now being shoved under lane. His HP is just perpetually low because Lina keeps him at about half HP just by hitting him with the occasional nuke. Nyx mid could make a move on her. Yeah, Night Stalker's here. They get the Impale. There comes in the Void. There's no Hunter in the night. Oh, but they just punch her out. Doesn't even need it. 3 points in Void, and the right clicks in more than enough damage. Really nice play there. The downside is that they have 2 urns, so the Night Stalker also has an urn. Yeah, they both have urns, so only one of them got the charges, so a little bit of wasted gold there. Yeah, I agree, OT. This is definitely the case. Sorry I didn't see your chat. I saw that you were watching earlier, but I didn't pull it up. But yeah, Lina's already suffering from it. You know, she is 1-3, just being punished by the, Viper gets the tankiness up. But once she gets farmed up, I think she's pretty good. But this Bloodstone build, the question is, can they get there in time? Meanwhile, this CK is going to have his Midas. It's a little slower than you'd like, but it will secure his late game if he can get there. Keeps destroying the reality rift, but this Sand King is gone for the mana boot, so his Blink Dagger is also going to be a little slower than you like. Weaver, on the other hand, is diving down the Lich, and the Lich is just going to get gunned down. Oh, Lich uses the ult too. Oh, but the ult takes him right back into the Sentry and into death of 3 heroes. I was about to say the ult seems completely unnecessary, but it spooked the Weaver and went right back into the trap, so they traded the position 1 carry for the position 5 Lich. And that is complete value there. And now the push is on. Now this Viper's going for the old school Ags build, and instead of continuing to push, it looks like they've elected to defend bot very aggressively. Nope, Viper canceled his TP, decided to keep pushing, and this Nyx is going to pay for it. They're going to go down as a team, but I guess the Viper called in to call that since CK had gone down. Oh no, they're just TPing in one at a time to die. No Viper here. Oh, Sand King walks down, does get the stun off before there's a silence. There's no point in silence. Lina's found him. He's doing some decent damage, but doesn't look like she wants to dive it. And CK is now back up. Still no Viper up there, and because of that kind of miscoordination there, they fed away an extra kill, and they didn't actually successfully push top tower. They did get some good damage on it, though. Looks like they traded even damage. So, all in all, still an even game. And I don't know if even is good enough for Tilted Gaming, his overall plans, because they just have a superior, what I view as a superior late game lineup, unless the CK absolutely gets out of control. Like, a good you know, the 30 minutes to 40 minutes if they're not ahead. Open, they smoke up. They're gonna find the Lich, but they don't want the Lich. They want the CK. CK is a very, very fast hero, and he's running, and he looks like he's gonna be able to juke him out. He cuts his way through the trees, and nice escape there. Failed smoke. They should have just taken the Lich kill. They had a Sand King stun on him, but they elected not to use it. Oh no, they're going right back in. Oh, he gets the stun off as he gets hit by there, and the CK just gets blown up, but the 3-man Impale plus the Lich ult is going to be a double kill for the Lich, and this Sand King is just going to get run down by the Night Stalker now. He's trying to deny himself up, but oh, he tries, but the Void is there, and the Void secures the kill. And now the Ogre's wandered back in. The CK's... no, P's gonna be just fine. He takes some damage from the Ignite, but he's quite low. Meanwhile, up top, the Viper's just been dueling with this Weaver. And this is a duel that if the Viper just stands his ground, he will win it. Why is he TPing out? Okay. Even with the time-lapse there, I think the Viper actually could have killed him. Oh, silence out. Especially with the Night Stalker showing up there, but they will pressure him out. Still, the Viper wanted to play safe. I'm sorry. Looks like he was going for the Ags build, but has now opted to move for a Blade Mail. I like this a lot. I don't value the Ags on Viper anymore. So, yep. Okay. So, it looks like there's not a ton of action right now. Overall, like I said, a pretty even game. This CK needs to come online now. We'll have his tread soon. And I think really they're just kind of, at this point, trying to stall till Armlet's out. But they're going to lose this tower bot. Lena's just going to punch it down. Nyx is here, though. There are 4 heroes here. Nyx scouts it out. They just don't have the backup for this. Meanwhile, Weaver's going for a very nice build. I don't like the no boots build anymore, but if you're going to go no boots build, this is the way to do it. He's going full wand, full Aquila, Dragonlance into Deso. Just very, very tanky build, getting a lot of stats. Meanwhile, the rest of his team seems to be moving us forward, trying to get pushes done. They do have the Shadow Shaman wards, so interesting how both teams are kind of set up to fight 4v4 while their carry gets online. And the wards aren't even going to need to be committed here. Oh, they do commit them as the TPs come in. Nyx goes in, catches out the thinking. Oh, he hails just a little too late. And Reality Rift comes in, and the Sand King is just destroyed. They do lose the tower because of the wards, and their Lich needs to be careful. But Viper's just going to farm them up, and Phantasm was expended for just a Sand King kill. I think they're okay with this. Gets the Weaver some more time to get his Deso online. But it looks like CK wants to continue to pressure mid. He's got his Phantasms up for a little while longer. At least Alina hits them, and Lena will take care of them for the most part. And it looks like they're collapsing on the Weaver here. They have vision of this, though. They see them coming. They're trying to hide, but the Nyx can't quite... Oh, Nyx is... Oh, he's just out of vision. They know he's behind there, so they know it's not safe. And Ogre's going to come out. Ogre's going to be in trouble. He walks out into the Impale. Oh, the Impale is missed, actually. They get the Void out. I don't think they're going to kill him, and now there's mass DPs up top. They're going to get a stun out on the Lena. No, Impale did not last long enough. Now the Night Stalker gets stunned out, but the Lich ult comes out. The Delta split was successful. They did manage to actually kill the Ogre, kind of wandered back out into the Nyx. But the Viper really hasn't engaged here, and oh, the Lich, the Nyx sucks around and just gets Laguna baited down. And the Viper, who TP'd up here, never really got into the fight, just backs up, and it looks like they're just going to accept some split push from the CK, but the Weaver comes down. They get a nice... Got some control on him, but he's got a 10-second stun. All the control's now been used. He should be able to TP out, but... Oh, he's going to go TP out. Will he get out? Yes, he will. Gets out before the Ogre can get in range for the stun, and also the Shaman wasn't in range for the Shackles because he didn't want to get bursted down. Yeah, OT, I kind of agree with that. Like, Bloodstone's a bad item to have, but the good news about Bloodstone is that it doesn't actually add raw int. It adds, it just adds mana pool. So, as far as the items go against the Nyx that anti-heroes like to get, A Bloodstone's actually kind of the best of a bad lot. It just provides raw mana. And yeah, she's always going to have mana to burn, but she just needs mana to function as a hero. So I still like Bloodstone, and that Bloodstone is now online, so that's quite nice. If she can start getting some kills, she can really start farming up and snowballing. Looks like she's going for a Lincoln's next. I don't like this. I think a Shadow Blade would be nice, but you know, maybe you don't value that because you already have this Weaver who's working on his Desolator. And the Viper's finished up his Blade Mail. Curious to see what he'll go next, and the CK's finally finished up his Armlet. So he's got a big power spike right now as well. Overall, looks like they're going to try to make a play now. Still no Blink Dagger on the... Okay, Sand King's got his Blink Dagger. They got the Bloodstone. Desto should be coming up soon. They can really look to make some aggressive plays, I think. But they have not yet. They spot out the Night Stalker, but it's nighttime. It's tough. And Lena's DC'd. Well, we have a little pause here. I am going to head to the restroom myself. I will be right back. I'm back, and Lena is not. That's unfortunate. Looks like a crash, so hopefully Lena should be able to reboot, get on up, back in the game. But yeah, so we have a small 3K lead for the Radiant side on Tilted Gaming. The Viper's at the top, Lena's next, and then CK and Weaver are basically the same. The biggest difference, I think, it would just be the item-wise. The CK is more invested in a farming item, and the Hand of Midas doesn't really enhance his combat potential. And Lena's invested in a farming item as well, but that one does enhance her combat potential a lot more because she does need that mana. So, but the Blink Dagger on Sand King gives him a superior initiation, especially when you consider that Nyx doesn't have his Force Staff yet, and the Night Stalker just doesn't have urns or anything. Actually working on a pipe, which is a good item. Again, I really think they're just itemizing for this 5-man push, kind of with the CK is strong, but we'll see how they do this. Viper's Blade Mail is nice, but it kind of relies on the Lena to mess up and start using her combo on you. I like Blade Mail. I just built it my last game, which was actually Viper as well. So I think it's a good item, certainly on him. But I don't know if this is the right one. Definitely not Ags. Looks like he's going to finish the Hurricane Pike. I like that. I'm curious what he'll do with the point booster. Maybe turn it into a Scotty if he's decided Ags is not the item in this game. I don't really think Ags is ever really the item on Viper. But we'll see. Still, mid looks like there might be a fight brewing, but it is nighttime for a good another 3 minutes. I don't know if they want to fight into a Night Stalker at night. It's always a dicey proposition. So, hello? This is. Well, that was a phone call. I was hopeful it was our new car. They're supposed to call us when it's in, but it is not. It is somebody asking for money for one of my alma maters. I'm not giving them any money, so. Not my friend. Still offline. Boo. Is Steam down in general? Nope, Steam is up. hopefully we can get this game started. I'm not sure what the pause rules are for this league, but I can't imagine you don't get unlimited pauses anywhere. So once they put them on the clock, they'll have to go. So far, it's only been 4 minutes, but it could easily be longer. Unfortunately, nature of online gaming. Okay, good news. The Sons of Lena will be back in the game soon. Had a brownout, so everything crashed. Oh yeah, OT. I mean, it's no big deal. Like, it's not like. Besides, like, it's still a good ability again. Like, Mana Burn's just so good once you get the levels in it. He's actually maxed it. That's unusual. Usually you want to max Carapace, just a better utility. But I guess they really do value it against this Lena. And yeah, that Mana Burn's really going to hurt her with going for this build. I think I'd almost like the better Carapace, because if you do manage to land that Carapace stun on the Lena, like, the longer stun is really valuable. But you know what, whatever. Both good skills against the hero. It'll work out. Hopefully Lena is back soon. Still offline. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot else to talk about this game. I think it's an interesting game in that they have tools to catch the Weaver. I don't know if they have the tools to deal with the CK, especially once he gets, his level 15 and 20 talents, the 10 strength and 12 all stats. Like, you just get so incredibly tanky. Once he has that in a BKB and a Manta, like, I don't know how you deal with him. It's going to be very difficult. Still no Lena. Alright, and we are back. Okay. So, yay, came back. Didn't have to worry about unpausing or calling when you're I think it's 10 minutes is typically standard for these leagues, but not. Now it looks like everyone's trying to dodge this fight. Yeah, everyone just kind of walks away as a group. Looks like they're grouping up for a push top. Overall, this is pretty good for the... You're more than happy with this. Viper's farming up the camp here. You can farm up there. Meanwhile, they're all grouped, so you're going to lose a little gold efficiency there. And CK can apply some real pressure to this tower bot. The catapult wave and still TP up to be top. So this is the sort of group up you don't necessarily want to do in this manner. Ideally, Lina would have farmed these camps here while they were getting the wave up, and then you go. A little bit of inefficiency there. But they throw down the wards and commit, and this tower is just dead. And them committing the wards like that is kind of the go sign for the Radiant. Like, they instantly say, hey, they don't have wards, we can just push mid. And that's exactly what they're doing. CK commits Reality Rift, though, so both sides commit a fairly big cooldown just to push towers solo. Looks like they still want to fight mid, potentially. The Reality Rift illusions are going to put some pressure on this tower, and they're going to do it. And you got the extra one, too. It's nice. And with that, you know, you traded one tower and one ult for one tower and one ult, and I think they did a little more damage here, so pretty good trade overall from there. And the Weaver's going to get it going on, gets silenced up, is going to get stunned up by the Nyx, slowed up, and this Weaver's just bursted down, and that shows you just the value of the Night Stalker with the 5-second silence. Unfortunately, he goes uphill with no vision and gets punished for it immediately, but still, if you're going to trade position 4 hero for position 1, you'll take that pretty much any time. But now they're in a situation where they don't have the CK. The blink reveal, oh, he blinks past the Nyx, then misses the stun. Nyx is going to have his Vendetta up in just a second. Do they have any dust? No, they have a Sentry. Sentry's going to come down, but it's probably not going to be fast enough. If he does get it down, is not fast enough. Needed to be down instantly so they can get off some of those stuns, or otherwise. You know, Nyx is just going to collect himself a little bounty rune. There is a Bloodstone charge, so that is there. But the CK has now picked up the 10 strength talent, so he's already up to 2k HP, and that's with just Tread's Armlet as far as stat items go. He's only going to get bigger from now. So, meanwhile, looks like Lina's continuing with this Lincoln's build, but I don't know if that's the right build. It feels like they have enough Lincoln's poppers. I think you just need to get a BKB if you want a defensive item. Alternatively, you could go Shadowblade, you could go Yules, you could, you know, even go like something crazy like a Scotty maybe? I don't even know. And they go with the 5-man smoke. They want to kill this CK. They have him under vision. The smoke should have it there, but oh, they smoked under this ward. This Radiant ward spotted out the smoke, and the CK is pinged out. They ping out the smoke, and he's boogieing the heck out of here. Meanwhile, they see the courier coming. They know it's there. And that smoke's unsuccessful. Good warding by the Radiant, and this wasn't called out that this didn't respawn. Actually, they didn't know because no one had killed the Ancients, so they should find it pretty soon after that. Meanwhile, they're going to push out this lane, and now we're looking at a group for a big team fight. Then they've smoked up themselves, they've popped darkness, and they're just looking for blood. This Weaver's kind of lurking around the front of the fight. I don't think it's dangerous. That smoke breaks, but there are 4 heroes in her tower. Night Stalker could initiate on any one of them. All he's got to do is pop over. He pops his flying vision. Oh, but he doesn't get enough vision of this Weaver. Oh, he catches out the Sand King, though. The Sand King gets stunned up by the Nyx. Nice 4-staff usage here. And this Sand King is just destroyed. Meanwhile, the Weaver's been pressured already, taking about a third of his HP, and now it's a clean pick. And they can just push into this. They have Reality Rift. They have all of their tools still left alive. The only thing they're missing is their Chain Frost, which honestly isn't the biggest team fight ability. He'll trade that for a kill. So I imagine now, they smoke again right behind the tower. It's very aggressive. There's a Glimmer Cape on the Viper. He pops the smoke. The Phantasm is popped as well, and they're just going to push the tower. And Viper's positioned so aggressively, preemptively Blades Mails. The Shadow Shaman gets stunned up, and Shadow Shaman's just going to get blown up. Combination of but the mana burn plus the Viper right clicks, and the Viper just sits here and he's got this ice armor. He's so tanky. He's got blade mail. What are you going to do? And the Lena's just deleted instantly. One reality rift and she's just dead. The Weaver's already doesn't know what to do. He's trying to get picks off, but he's just so scared of being pressured, even during the daytime. He just can't do anything. They're all so tanky, and the Lena just doesn't have any sort of defensive items or setup, and they just walk down him aggressively. Now they got to push out their other lanes, so they're going to take their win and start continue to choke away map control from this Lena and this Weaver. Weaver's finished up his Deso, but just didn't do enough damage to the CK. Just the ice armor already maxed out. It really just counters out the Desolator. It's not even maxed, it's level 3. Oh no, now it's maxed. Level 4 ice armor completely counteracts the Deso. Now with the BKB CK, I don't know how they kill him. He has that up. He just has a lot of armor from his armlet, and he's just gonna get tankier. I really needed some of those smoke ganks to work out to make space. And that's really killer for Lena to lose her Bloodstone charges like that. It's already down to 8. She's working on her Lincolns, but you know, Reality Earth to pop it, or White Sucker's so good against Lincolns, I just don't consider buying it against him most of the time. So it's 7k net worth lead. Roche has not been threatened by either side. Night Stalker is not even going for his axe, continuing to build these 5-man items, just building a pipe. I can respect that. And meanwhile, the Nyx is scouting him out. He wants the Shadow Shaman. So squishy, so tasty. He just wants it. But they're grouping up for another smoke, it looks like. They have a smoke? No. They're just grouping up, I think. Oh, they've caught out. The Viper's going in aggressively. Nyx misses the stun, and the Viper's just running forward. They get a stun out into the Nyx. Viper gets hexed up. He gets controlled up. But the Force Staff gets him away, and they just don't seem to have the damage. Night Stalker already TP's up top, and I guess they made the call not to fight this. And the Blade Mail was popped preemptively, and Lena did not want to nuke him down with that. They just didn't seem to have the damage. I don't think Weaver got in there with the Desolator. Just, I think they're further behind than they are. I mean, they're behind, but they're not so behind. Nyx wants the courier. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. Weaver looks like he got harassed by the Nyx in Vendetta. Or just punched up. Mana burn, that sort of thing. He's working on his own Lincolns. I think he just needs the BKB. Void pop your Lincolns and then you get silenced out. So yeah, this game's kind of reached this stalemate point. But I don't think that that's to the favor of Tilted Gaming. I mean, they definitely want to keep going. They want a 5-man. You drafted a Viper. That's kind of just the way it is right now. And Viper's so strong right now. Hurricane Pike, he's going to go mech. Going all in on these early game items. Not picking up a Midas himself, not picking up a Manta, not any of these. Oh, we've got a smoke action here. 4-man smoke. CK's just going to be farming in the middle. The bugs are out to check Roche because they didn't see any of them. Night Stalker's looking for it. Oh, they should have seen the Dragon Slave, but they're looking for him. Night Stalker's going in. He's going to find the Shadow Shaman. He flies over the hill and immediately silences him up. Epicenter's channeled. Epicenter's going to come in on the... Oh, he goes in for the blink and he gets stunned up immediately. But they're going to burst on the Night Stalker, but they lost the Shadow Shaman, and the Lena just gets blown up at the CK. No, he gets Reality Rift in such an awkward spot. He got pushed to the low ground, when meanwhile the Lena is left on the top, but instead they'll take the prize of the Sand King. They stun him out. He's going to come out of there in just a second. He's hit. He gets stunned up and he's dead. And it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade. Nyx, again, doing some serious work with that Spike Carapace. But not the kill they wanted. The Lina, they got quite lucky with the way the CK Reality Rift rearranged them. The actual CK was not able to follow up with a stun or really chase him down. Still, he's got these Phantasms for a few more seconds, but they're going to expire before they can do much of anything. Still, I don't think they have to stop. Weaver is actually down pushing bot. He does have a TP. No Epicenter, though. They use Phantasm, and Chain Frost is going to be up back again soon. But Viper is such a low cooldown hero, he could just definitely keep going, so. Oh, and the CK is just going to get detonated here. He gets controlled up by the Sand King. Oh, the Glimmer Cape's going to save him. But they don't have the Weaver here to follow up. The Nyx is going to Vendetta out. There's no detection. Oh man, they aren't going to punish this at all. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Lina used her full combo and the CK is already so tanky. He didn't even BKB for any of that. He just absorbed the hit. And with no Weaver around, or it didn't look like Sand King was in position to get off his stun either. He's got a Ghost Scepter. Oh, I guess he's sick of just being deleted by the CK, but they're gonna just get shrined up. CK's got an Ultimate Warp. He's gonna have his Mantis soon, and then I really don't know how they stop him. They can get him an Aegis as well. Then the high ground will be much easier to take. Hey Harley. My dog came to just say hi to me. Giving her some pets now. Oh, but it looks like they're chasing down the Lina. Lina gets caught up in the mid. The Lincoln's is popped. She's getting stunned up. Oh, and the Carapace stuns her up when she goes for a Light Strike Array and gets controlled up. The CK pops his BKB. The Ghost Scepter's working out for the Sand King so far, but he gets stunned up. It's not going to save him for long. The Urn's going to tick him out. Now the CK pops Reality Rift again going, but there's no creeps, so there's backdoor protection. Oh no, catches out the Ogre, just destroys him. The Weaver does manage to escape the dust and get back. And now they're just looking to backdoor this. There's no creeps, so can't really push aggressively with it. And it feels like they keep using Phantasm to win fights, but they just keep going not in position there. Viper, on the other hand, I don't even know if they use their foot. Has a mech in the backpack. That is not a usual thing, and it's just going to continue to push. They'll have Phantasms for a few more hits on these towers. Still, they should have no problems taking this tower, and honestly, I think they can continue to go high ground. They have Epicenter, so I guess that's the one thing that could really land and punish them. Pipes out, take the creep wave. Oh, CK goes in, just Reality is right on top of the Shadow Shaman. Lina gets stunned out. Her Lincoln's is popped. She's silenced up. Oh no. Ooh, a nice 3-man burrow by the Sand King. He has Epicenter, but he can get it off. The Laguna Blade comes out into the CK, but his BKB's still on cooldown, and the bugs are eating him away. Weaver's gonna be able to finish off this CK. Meanwhile, the Lina just gets dived by this Viper, who's just so aggressive right now. And Nyx has an Ags and has just positioned himself in this little dead spot and is stunning everyone up. But they're all too unhealthy here. Just a little bit too aggressive there. And CK didn't have his BKB up. If he has BKB up, I think they just win the fight and potentially wreck them. Oh, and the Vipers catch out the Night Stalker. The Viper's doing what he can, but it's going to be 1v5. He pops his Blade Mail preemptively, but it's just the Weaver's just going to reposition on him and start punching him out. Viper strikes him, but oh, he's under a sentry here. But now the stuns come out, and the Weaver is going to live. But the Viper, oh, the Lich Chainfrost is going to come in, zone them out, and the Lich is going to finish off the Soaker. No, he's not. Nyx comes in again. Oh, well, this fight is so crazy. He gets hexed up. He can get shackled, but he's scared, and he actually has max shackles. Went for the hex max. Not something you usually see. The duration doesn't scale that great. It scales nice, but it's not as good as shackles, I don't think. Still, not like he was getting off long shackles anyways. So in that crazy, chaotic fight, everyone pretty much walks away after the initial kills on the high ground. Viper does have his mech out, is going for the Ags, which provide him a mana pool at least to use it. And it looks like he went the strength talent. Yeah, he's just going to be as tanky as possible. But I worry with these early game builds if it's going to work out. Night Stalker is going for Solar Crest. Nyx has an Axe, but no Midas himself. He's not going to scale the greatest. Lich has got a Glimmer and is working on a Force. And the CK is the really one here going truly late with BKB. It's going Heart next. Kind of just going pretty standard CK items. And it looks like we're going to have a 4-man smoke here. With Weaver pushes. Yep, they smoke up. They're going to go look for some blood. But right now, it looks like they're kind of doing the same thing on the Radiant side, except they're scouting out the jungle, enemy jungle with a Nyx. And it looks like Lich might be the sacrifice here to break this smoke. He's moving towards the pit, though. Looks like they want to start doing it. Viper is doing it as well. But they're lagging behind an awful lot on this Shadow Shaman, and this Weaver still isn't here yet. So their flight's going to be fragmented. Oh, they come in. They break the plate. Lina just walks right in, gets an instant 4-second stun, and she's just going to get destroyed here by the Chain Frost and all the damage. Phantasm comes out as well as the CK, and they're just hunting for more blood now. Oh, and they catch out the Shadow Shaman. This SK is blown up as well. And now with that, 3 are dead. The Phantasms have to push forward. The Nyx is TPing up here. He spotted out the Ogre, it looks like, and they're going to try for blood. Meanwhile, the CK and the Viper are just going to try to finish Roast themselves. Phantasm Losers is going to provide some serious push. If they don't actually come back and deal with these, they're actually going to take this tower. Okay, they're going to expire then. The Glyph will protect the tower for the most part, but it's still going to take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, they hunt down that Ogre. The supports and the Nyx just run him down. Eventually find him. Meanwhile, the Weaver's trying to get what trade he can. He's going to trade the tier 2 bot. I believe it looks like he's going to get it, but Roche on the other hand. Meanwhile, they may lose this tier 3 tower. They've got this. They need to kill this catapult. Okay, the tower is going to take care of that, but man, that was close. 39 HP on a tier 3 tower, and can't let that sort of thing happen when they're taking Roche. They could actually just send some Mantle Illusions up and kill that tower now. Meanwhile, Nyx is scouting them out here. It's indicating that they're all still in the base. And they have that Aegis in the tanking, but Night Stalker is going to go bot to push this out. The fruits of the labor of the Weaver to provide there. I think he's just going to send his illusions up to kill this tower, and then they can get shrines. But yeah, 16k lead now for the Dire. Yep, they get them tier 3 mid, they deny it out. Now they're pinging out the shrines, so I think this is the classic. Okay, we got the tier 3, now we're going to get the shrines, then we're going to push again with the Aegis. So, 30 to 11, what was an even game. Not too long ago, throughout most of the game, at 25 minutes it was pretty even, and then it just started snowballing very badly. CK kind of got his armlet up, got his BKB up. Viper hit this critical mass of tanky items, and they just didn't have the damage anymore. Weaver just hasn't been able to keep up with farm, nor do they have great tools to deal with the CK illusions. He's building a Maelstrom, but it's a little late. I don't think you want to go Desolate or Maelstrom in most situations. And Lina's had 0 item progression for the most part. She has Lincolns, but this Lincolns didn't save her. They have so many things to pop it. CK has 2 abilities, Lich has ability, the Night Stalker. Oh, and looks like we're having a fight down mid. The Nyx is already stunned out the Sand King. The Sand King is just going to be deleted. The Reality Rift Phantasm is committed. They stun out the CK. He pops his BKB. He does manage to get the wards down, but the CK illusions are actually going to do a good job of just cleaning this up. Actually, we'll let the creeps do that. He's just going to take out the base. We don't have a shrine anymore after they use the Salt the other push. A Blink Epicenter is going to come in, stuns them all up. Does manage to delete the Nyx, who thought he was immortal underground, but was not. The Chain Frost zones them a little bit. The Viper has been sitting in the back this whole time, and he's got the pipe up on him. Should be able to take this Ranger Axe. They've already taken the melee. Viper's just getting stunned up, but this Laguna, all this damage, he's barely only at half health. This is insane. Limber removes the bug. Oh, and the CK just goes right back in, just melts the Sand King. That's a dieback on him. Now he thinks like he's in trouble, but the Viper is trying to come in. The CK, they need to decide whether they're in or out. Oh, Reality Rift's on a Weaver, but that's not going to do much right now. There's no BKB, so if he goes in and gets controlled, he can be burst down. And I think we're finally going to have a disengage here. They've already lost half their HP on the bot tower just from idle push. Yeah. And it looks like CK is now finished up his heart. 4.3k HP. That's just unreal. Meanwhile, Viper has finished up his Ags now, so it's a low cooldown. He even used it as a Lincoln's popper. Mana cost also goes down. It's quite nice, but I just don't know about these builds. But when you're up 21k and you go early item builds, it makes sense. You have gold to just have so many items. Nyx is working on his Dagon now. Still doesn't have it. CK is going to get an AC next. Night Stalker's finally starting to work towards Zags. Now that he has Pipe, Urn, Solar Crest. A fairly wealthy Night Stalker. And the Lich has his Force Staff, which is really all we need. Yeah, and Viper pops some illusions and sends them forward to die and scout for him. Ooh, we got double wards here. They really want vision here. Oh, that's about to expire. Never mind. So yeah, this feels like if they just use Phantasm to push, they should be able to get a Rax here. I don't see any reason they shouldn't. Just group up, make sure your CK has BKB ready to use. You take a fight when the creeps are in a situation where you can get a Rax, even if you don't have Phantasm up necessarily. He just sends the Manas forward to do a little bit more damage to the range racks. With the stacking of stuns, I think he'll still get it. Nope. 3 HP. And the Shadow Shaman denies it. That's actually a bad idea to do. Just get a little bit less gold. Doesn't matter too much, though. And the instant audible emote. I think one of his team probably said, "Why the fuck did you do that?" And his response was the crybaby emote. Well, CK's got BKB, he's got Heart. No reason he can't go up here and siege. Bloodlusted towers are big and scary looking. Aren't actually that scary. Night Stalker pops his ult and stuns down. They actually used a whole sequence of stuns here. The preemptive BKB comes in. Oh, they get a nice two-man stun onto the Nyx and the Weaver. The Weaver's already forced to time-lapse now. His Lincoln's has been popped, but the BKB of the CK is already dead. Oh, he gets the Reality Rift. Almost burst down the Weaver right then and there. Lean had picked up a BKB in the meantime, and they're just punching into this CK. He's going to get run down. The Glimmer comes out, and the Vipers finally come into the field, just blowing up this Ogre, and Viper is just sitting here too tanky. He really been, for the most part, just punching the Shadow Shaman, killing the wards. Now he can actually engage in the fight and just kind of aggressively zone out the Lina. And this is another lane of Rax, and I don't think they need to stop it. They have lost no one on their team. They're far up. CK's back at full health. Oh, nice stun from the Nyx. The Lina's stunned up pretty hugely, and is just going to get run down. She denies herself, but that's 65 seconds in the grave for her. And just Weaver out. They do manage to kill off the Lich, but it doesn't really matter. And GG is called by missing the Skywalker hands. And that will wrap up game one of this two-game series. Tilted Gaming takes the victory with a pretty nice early draft that I said needed to win lanes, and I don't think they got enough out of lanes, but they certainly hit their mid-game timing in stride and just rolled over this game. We'll have game two coming up soon. I'm going to hop back in the lobby as soon as I can. So until then, I'm going to turn off the sound real quick. So, it turns out they just forgot me. I didn't see the lobby up and they didn't message me. So, I guess I won't be casting game 2. So, GG's to everyone.